Look at the standings, Bronx Nation. We're pushing hard for championship number 28, but Brian Cashman might be cooking up a blockbuster trade that could shock the entire league. Anthony Volpe has finally turned the corner, and moving him now might actually be the ultimate move to save this season. But what looked like good news had a detail almost nobody noticed.
Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
Let's stick to the raw facts. Volpe is 25 years old, sitting on a solid .278 batting average, a .381 on-base percentage, and a .120 WRC+. He's already matched last season with a 1.0 WAR, and the defense is holding strong with +2 outs above average at shortstop. And here's the key part, Bronx Nation. His trade value will literally never be higher than it is right now, before the August 3rd deadline. But that was only the beginning, because one decision just flipped this entire situation upside down. Here's the real conflict tearing this franchise apart. Do you keep the homegrown kid or cash in on peak value to fix a roster that's bleeding out? Our bullpen is collapsing on a weekly basis, and we are desperate for elite arms to survive October baseball. Some insiders even believe the Yankees could slide Jose Caballero over temporarily at short and flip Volpe for massive return pieces. That's the ultimate choice, short-term survival or long-term stability. And right when that debate heats up, another complication enters the picture. Everybody thinks Volpe is untouchable because he's the Bronx Golden Boy. But look at the Colorado Rockies. They've got 19-year-old phenom Ethan Holiday absolutely destroying Single-A, and they might view Volpe as the perfect high-upside stopgap solution. The Yankees could target reliever Jaden Hill, a 26-year-old arm pumping a 97.3 miles per hour fastball with serious swing and miss stuff. Or even catcher Hunter Goodman to plug the hole behind the plate. But then there's a factor almost nobody is talking about. The national media wants to call this small market speculation, but the real bomb involves two powerhouse teams desperate for shortstop production. The Los Angeles Dodgers are getting almost nothing at the position, sitting on a miserable 87 WRC+, and they need a young spark immediately. Cashman could demand Kyle Hurt in return, a dynamic arm with a 31.4% strikeout rate, under control through 2031. And just when you think the picture is clear, another layer changes everything again. If the Yankees swing a deal with the Atlanta Braves, they could land Mauricio Dubon as a veteran rental to stabilize the infield. That would also accelerate the timeline for top prospect George Lombard Jr. to take over around August 1st, unless Lombard himself gets pulled into a bigger package for a true ace like Tarik Skubal. This is all about survival in October, Bronx Nation. One miscalculation, and we shoot ourselves in the foot before the real battle even begins. And the consequences? They could be far bigger than most fans realize. So let me ask you this. Would you really trade your starting shortstop for bullpen depth? Do we trust this front office to deliver another Cashman masterclass, or are we about to get completely outmaneuvered by a division rival? Because if Volpe goes out the door and the stopgap options fail, this lineup suddenly has a massive black hole in the middle of it. But before you jump to conclusions, there's still one last piece to this puzzle. Everything depends on how the front office handles the next few weeks. And right now, all we can do is watch what happens next, because these next chapters might confirm everything we just laid out. And if you want to support the channel and grab some Yankees gear, the links are in the description.